Hello.
Hello, Peter. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic, my friend. And let me know what would be the right way to pronounce your name? Is it Nick? Nick? In English, we'd say Nicholas, but how would we
No,
pronounce?
it's okay to pronounce like Nicholas, but some people in my job call me Nick. No worries.
All right. And how do you pronounce your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. Okay, okay.
It's almost the
I'll
same thing.
almost the same. Well, I'll try to keep it as close to the original as possible,
Okay.
because I
Okay.
believe our names are special to all of us. So I try my best to.
Okay. Fine.
But anyway, Nicholas, tell me, how can I help you on Cambly today?
So I'm just exploring Cambly. I just, how can I say, signed to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the main objective that I have is just to improve my English, meet new
That's perfect.
people, uh, from different countries, different jobs, explore, just
Mm,
explore. I think I can understand English, uh, like spoken and written very well,
mhm.
but I think I am quite a little rusty when I try to speak it to other person
Mhm.
that is also a native. So I
Mhm.
just want to improve my speaking, my spoken English.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Pardon me, that was my dad. He
No
sneezes very
problem.
loud. He's actually not in this room. He's in a completely different room across the
Yeah,
hall.
I think
And yeah,
every dad sneezes that way. It's
yeah,
I think it's how can I say
it's a
universally.
universal thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe one day we will sneeze like that too. Once we have
Maybe.
attained that level of power,
Yes. Okay.
the ultimate form. Actually, no, the ultimate form is grandfather.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, all right. So, yeah, it's good that you're here. Cambly is
Mm-hmm.
a great place to practice your speaking. I just had a few questions before we go in deeper into what we can do
Sure.
on Cambly and some exercises you can do at home.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Cambly, are you doing anything to improve your English, like taking classes or
I
doing
consume a lot of
exercises?
content in English. So every movie or TV show that I watch, I try to watch without the subtitles. But
Hmm.
some TV shows, I have a difficult time when it comes to the accent.
Hmm.
Mostly part of British accent, Irish, Scottish accents, like that TV show Peaky Blinders. Do you know
Ah,
it?
Peaky Blinders, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so the accent is very hard. It's very loaded. So I activate the subtitles and I watch with the subtitles on English, and I can understand it completely with no problem. Just some words that I annotate so I can improve my vocabulary.
Hmm.
Uh, but it's also the job that I work for, all the documentation that I use it's fully on English.
Okay.
Not all of it it's in English, and most of the parts that are about accountability,
Hmm.
it's very difficult because it's very specific. It's how can I say, it's different from the English that we use uh,
Hmm.
to uh, to meet other people, to speak. It's very different. So
Hmm.
I think that I can improve my vocabulary about this.
Sure, sure. I see. Yeah, that's good. Another question. When it comes to someone speaking really, really fast, are you still able to understand? As in, are you able to catch the words at high speeds?
It depends. It depends. I think it depends about many different aspects. Like I think I have a more how can I say I can understand better about the voice of the person when it's more uh, let me think. I have an easier time to understand men speaking English, and about
Mm,
the accent, like an American accent or Canadian accent. Uh, but I have certain difficulty to understand the British accent. I think it's how can I say? I don't know if it's about the way of the pronunciation, but yeah, I would say it depends on of the people. It depends of the people, the person I'm speaking with, you know.
mhm.
But in general, I can understand very well about when I hear someone speaking English.
I see, I see. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So I'll just advise two exercises to do at home, which will really help
Mm-hmm.
give you a boost in that English. One is to do listening exercises, but they will be a little different from how you're doing it so far. You
Okay.
can go on YouTube and you can find videos related to your interests, but make
Mm-hmm.
sure that they are made by native speakers from whatever background. So if you're, let's say you're focusing more on the American accent, just go ahead with the American content creators. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing or the exercise is not to listen and understand what they're saying, but rather just listening and catching the words. In other
Mm-hmm.
words, identifying the words. I'll give you a quick example of how this may work. I'm going to say a sentence really fast, and then I'll say it again a bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
Probably you'll be able to catch it when I say fast, when I say it quickly. But it's like this. Give me a water bottle. Now, you probably understood it. Now I'm going to say
Mm-hmm.
it slower. Give me a water bottle. Between the two, which one do you think was easier to understand?
The second one, more
Why do you
slowly.
think that is?
In the first time you said it, I kind of understand the bottle of water before the water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and when you finish the sentence, speaking it, I didn't understand it in the same time. I
Mm-hmm.
process it in my head, then he wants a bottle of water. So
Okay.
for me, it's not like after you finish at the same time immediately. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I have to think a little bit to understand.
Right. You had to analyze like what did he just say? You had to
Uh-huh.
calculate it. The
Yes.
reason why you had to do that the first time around was because you were unable to catch the words immediately. And that's okay. That's okay.
Hmm.
The second time was easy because you could immediately catch those words since
Yes.
they were slow enough, and you happened to know the meaning, so you understood automatically. This is the skill that I would like you to improve, the ability to catch words. How you do it, we already talked about it a little bit. Find videos related to your interests. For example, I
Hmm.
love videos about traveling, technology, food, that kind of stuff,
Yes.
cars. And so I watch those kinds of videos. You can find videos that you like, and your focus is on catching words. So start at normal video speed and just focus on catching the words and identifying them. If you know
Okay.
the word, you will automatically understand. That's why this is not a concern. But if you don't know the word, oh, it's not there. Well, you caught on to the word, you recognize the word, you can Google that word or search in a
Hmm.
dictionary and find out what it means and then learn the new word, right?
Hmm.
Once you are capable of catching all the words on a consistent basis at normal speed, make the video faster. So from normal, go to 1.25, 1.50, finally 1.75. Now this is very, very fast. But when you
Hmm.
can master catching all the words at this speed, your ears will be faster than the fastest speaker. So if you ever come across someone going, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yes.
You'll be able to understand
Yes.
everything because you can catch those words. That's one benefit of this exercise. By the way, the time frame for this exercise is maximum 10 minutes. Don't go more than this.
Okay.
Minimum 5. It's because you'll be putting a lot of your brain power onto your ears and your brain is going to get tired,
Hmm.
maybe even before 10 minutes. So
Okay.
after 10, your brain is tired, your efficiency drops, you're wasting time. Best to be efficient.
Sure.
10 minutes at a time. You can do this just once a day or maybe twice or thrice, but give yourself a good break
Okay.
between these exercises. Another benefit of this exercise is you get to train yourself in accents. So, for example, if you're struggling with the British accent, find content creators from Britain,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have free, unlimited time of just being able to recognize their accent or recognize how they pronounce different words. Yeah, so you could watch those 10-minute short videos on Peaky Blinders or something, or or
Okay.
some British traveler or British food influencer. Do what you will with
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You can also use this for other accents: New Zealand, Australian,
Mm-hmm.
Irish, non-native accents as well. Let's say you have colleagues from India and their English is just like,
Yeah, I consume a lot
or
of content about technology that mostly are Indians speaking.
right, because they do like
But
it.
I can understand very well about I think the accent is quite funny, you know.
It is quite funny. The Chinese accent is another one that can be a bit funny and
Yeah,
difficult to
yes,
understand.
yes.
So, as you practice this more and more, your ears will get sharper and capable of catching those accents. Then
Mm-hmm.
it makes you an international traveler. You can go anywhere, and no matter what they are saying, in what accent, you'll be able to understand.
Sure.
Or mostly you should be able
Okay.
to understand. So that's one benefit of doing that. The second exercise is daily English reading. Now, as you mentioned, you go through some documents at work, which is good. But this reading has to be not related to your work. This has
Mm-hmm.
to be general English or topics completely disassociated from your work so that your English knowledge will grow in a more even manner, not just become
Mm-hmm.
highly specialized in work related things, but then everything else is not next to nothing.
Yes.
So read English storybooks, you can read the news, you can read online articles. Anything that is written in professional English is highly recommended by yours truly. Do like a minimum of 20 minutes every day, but you have to do this consistently. So if you can do minimum 20 every single day, you will get the benefits. Don't get so enthusiastic that the first day you read for 3 hours, and then the next day
Okay.
30 minutes, and then the third day until the next 2 weeks, nothing. And then you come back on fire and you're reading for 5 hours. It's not going to help. Consistency is
Mm-hmm.
the key. Of course, if you can read for more than 20 minutes, that's even better, but minimum 20 minutes.
Okay.
So the
Sure.
exercise will look like this: the minimum time requirements 20 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of listening every day. That's only 30 minutes. Because I realize, we can be busy jobs, parents, wife or girlfriend, dog, cat, a lot of crazy things. So time can be a difficult thing, but I think 30 minutes is possible for most of us,
Sure.
unless
Perfect.
you're the president of the United States or
Yes.
prime minister of
No,
Canada.
but I sure can do this. I read a lot, but books in my native language. Yeah, but I have some books in English, and
Mhm.
there in the internet you can find a lot of
Yeah,
books and
lots of stuff
PDFs.
online.
So
Absolutely.
that's not a problem.
And reading grows your knowledge of English. You get to learn
Yeah.
new vocabulary, expressions, and the most important thing, sentence structures.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, how words are put together to form sentences. This is the real way of learning grammar, not
Mm-hmm.
with a grammar book. Think of it this way: when you were very, very young, in your first or second grade, did your teacher give you a Portuguese grammar book or did she give you a Portuguese storybook? Therein lies the answer on how to learn a language.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so those two things I recommend to do at home. Let's talk about what we can do on Cambly. Some things you will find that are common between many tutors, and some things may be unique. The common things are: one, we could follow Cambly lessons, the slides, normal. We can also
Mm-hmm.
have conversations, whether it's a free flowing conversation, starts from somewhere and somewhere else, or
Mm-hmm.
it can be a targeted conversation. I bring a deep topic, you can also bring a topic too. Anytime you make a mistake, I correct you and I write the correction in the chat for you. So you always have notes. By the way,
Sure.
this lesson is also being recorded, and that
Mm,
recording is only kept by you. So if you want
okay.
to review your lessons after the fact, you can check the recordings. And on
Oh.
the notes, you'll have timestamps. So if you go plus minus, well, minus 10 seconds or so, you can find the exact moment in the class I gave you that correction.
Mm-hmm.
So
Perfect.
helpful
That's
tool
very
for
good.
reviewing. Other things that we can do are reading exercises where we open up an article, we read it together, and we go through some discussion questions. We can
Okay.
also do listening exercises, slightly different variation where you listen to audio and answer questions. This is
Mm-hmm.
about comprehension, so understanding. Number four, which is my favorite, and that is to play English games. There are two types of games: vocabulary games. These are engineered to reinforce your vocabulary memory so you don't
Mm-hmm.
forget words mid conversation, because I know that can be annoying. The
Yeah.
second, speaking games. These help to build your fluency and your confidence in speaking. Confidence is key, and it allows you to speak at your maximum potential. So if your skill is here, but you're not confident, you're actually performing down here.
Yes.
Be here all the
I
time,
feel that way.
right? Right? So those games will help you. And that's what we can do on Cambly normally. But if you have any special requests, and that will be number five, for example, IELTS speaking preparation, interview prep, some specific grammar knowledge that you need, you can always
Mm-hmm.
request, and I'll be here to help with that.
Sure.
And
Very
that's what
good.
we can do on Cambly. Do you have any questions?
No, I think that's a lot of ways that I can improve. I don't know. What would you advise me to do in on those first weeks that I'm using Cambly, like exploring, like doing the basic exercises to improving, and like you said, going to speaking games, listening games.
Well, when it comes to Cambly, Cambly is good in some things, not so good in others. What
Mm-hmm.
Cambly is good in is providing you a platform where you can speak with native speakers and we can
Mm-hmm.
correct you if your English is off. Usually not due to accent, but if your pronunciation is bad, we can correct you. Or if you get the expression wrong. For example, instead of saying piece of cake, you say piece of pie for whatever reason. I had a
Mm-hmm.
student that did that. So I can tell, no, 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 piece of cake. There's pie in the sky, but that's a different expression.
Okay.
So that is what Cambly is best for. If you want to
Uh-huh.
do writing exercises or improve literature skills, you can use Cambly, but it's not the best tool for this. A better
Uh-huh.
tool would be your local English education centers. Or if you have a really long class on Cambly, which is an hour long, then you can really dive into those things. You can dive into writing, you can dive into reading,
Mm-hmm.
like deep reading skill learning, not just reading practice. That 30 minutes is fine. But for deep skill learning, you need more time, which
Mm-hmm.
can be expensive. And so just see the facilities available near you. If you can get the same level of training near you at a cheaper
Mm-hmm.
price, plus it's in person, so you get
Yes.
more time and it's a better experience overall. You can go with your local center. But yeah, talking to a native at a local center would be very, very expensive usually. So Cambly
Mm-hmm.
provides this same kind of service, albeit virtual, but it is cheaper.
Yes, I thought about it. Like weekly, I have 1 hour, so I
Hmm.
could divide like two lessons of half an hour,
Yeah, that's
about
good.
2 days. Like one day, I just practice reading a text and being having corrections, like
Hmm.
seeing what I can improve. And the other day I could like just talking, speaking, like you said, following
Hmm.
a street topic or just flowing, you know.
Hmm. So it also depends on what kind of work you want to put in on Cambly. So I'll give you a few examples of how you can use that 1 hour a week.
Mm-hmm.
30 minute, 2 classes in a week. If you're focusing on doing a little bit more than just speaking. So for example, if we do a vocabulary game, 30 minutes is usually the minimum that I recommend. Like if we want to play for 5 minutes, just as an introduction, we can. But I
Mm-hmm.
recommend 30 minutes because in 30 minutes, you will start using words that you didn't know you had. It's because
Okay.
you have learned a lot of words, but you don't use them. So they kind of go to the back. And vocabulary game starts to bring them all to the front. But it requires some time to get there to see the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
Sure.
Or if you're reading an article, going through discussions, you do need 30 minutes. 15-minute classes, you can also do this. So instead of two 30 minutes, you can do four 15-minute segments.
Mm-hmm.
If you are just coming to warm up your speaking practice. For example, you don't want to get rusty when it comes to talking, you want to keep yourself sharp. This
Mm-hmm.
is where that 15-minute segment will come in. So in those 15-minute segments, you don't do other things, you just have conversations. Whether it's a
Yes.
free flowing conversation or a targeted discussion, but only for 15 minutes. If you can divide it into 4 days a week, that is a lot better because you will get more repetitions throughout the week as compared to just 2 days within the week. Because the thing with languages is when you don't use them, you start losing them. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not focusing on deep quality, you can go on to quantity and just 4 days a week refreshing yourself. It's kind
Mm-hmm.
of like you're practicing some kind of skill, maybe riding your bicycle. If you ride
Yes.
4 days a week, your skills are sharp always. If you just do two times for a longer period, sure, it's nice, but the initial few pedals, you may feel a little bit wobbly and then you get back to normal. If you're
Yes.
just doing it once a week, a bit more wobbly before you get stable. Once
Mm-hmm.
in a couple of months, yeah, you have to really work off that rust first. So
Yes. Yes.
it's
I
like,
thought about this. I feel that before I start to get fluence in the language and really just have to refresh my knowledge, I have to first improve some things that I don't feel so confident about my vocabulary. So there are some times that I forget one word when I was in my thinking, and that kinds of breaks me in the middle of the conversation, and then I stop and what do I
mm,
do? So
okay,
I think that I need to improve this. And after that, I can start to climb some steps,
yeah, to build yourself up, yeah, that's good. So in that case, let me give you two possible routes. One,
Hmm.
4 days a week, 15 minutes, just for talking, so that
Okay.
you would build your confidence, because I think that's the one thing you should build first at
Hmm.
your skill level, because your skills are good. Your grammar is fine, your vocabulary range is good. If you do need
Hmm.
that confidence boost, 4 days a week, 15 minutes will have the best result based on your current package or your subscription with Cambly. If you,
Hmm.
let's say one day you increase it to 2 hours a week, then you go 4 days, 30 minutes, that's also up to you. That
Yes.
will have its benefit, of course. But for now, we can start with this baseline.
Sure.
Um, but let's say time is limited, or you don't feel like 15 minutes is good enough. Like you feel like I'm not warm yet with 15 minutes. Then sure,
Hmm.
go ahead with 2 days and 30 minutes.
Yes.
You wanted to focus on vocabulary. So here's my second thing. We can do 2 days, 30 minutes, where we will really focus on the games and the exercises, vocabulary based and speaking based. And
Hmm.
then as I teach you the game, and I will in a minute, you can also play this vocabulary game at home, whether you play alone or with friends and family. Both options are open. I recommend with friends and family, it's more fun, gets
Okay.
everyone engaged. So if you don't have any further questions, with 5 minutes remaining, I'll introduce to you my favorite
Sure.
English
Sure. Let's
vocabulary.
go.
All right. So the name of the game is called the Word Game. I know it's very creative. Uh, How to play is very simple. The first person, which will be you, can give any word from the English language, any word at all. So what I need you to do is just give me one word, say it, and then write it in the chat.
Any word.
Any word, but in English. And it must not be the name of a person. So no Nicholas, no Peter.
Mm-hmm.
But name of country,
Mm,
mountain, city,
okay.
up to you.
Mm, okay. This one's
Standard. Perfect. So now it's my turn. I have to give the next word, but I have to follow your last letter. So your last letter is D. I have to say a word that starts with D. So let's say I go with direct. Now
Mm-hmm.
you have to follow my last letter.
Okay. Transport.
Transport, very good. I'll give you train.
Mm-hmm. Night.
Night, very good. Tight.
Transform.
Transform, mango.
Mm, orange.
Orange, yes. Effort.
Mm, tight.
So I have already given the word tight. Every word
Oh,
has
you
a name.
had. So,
Mhm.
okay.
So
So,
since tight has already been used, give me a different one. But you can use tight the next time we play the game.
okay. Mm, toad.
Oh, yes. Dimension.
Navy.
Yeah, navy, very good. Let's go with yield.
Durable.
Durable, very good. Error. So the rules of this game, simple. Follow the last letter of the previous word. Don't repeat the words. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're playing with your friends and family, you can add one more time. For example, the next word has to be given in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, up to you.
Sure.
Or no time, like how we're playing right now. We don't need the rule of time because we're just playing for fun. But when you play with friends, you could add this kind of rule where um, the last one standing is the winner, if you want.
Sure.
But with us, there's no winners. We're just having fun.
Rat.
Rat, yes. Transport. Oh wait, did you already write transport? Oh no, you wrote trans. No, you didn't do transport.
I did. I did. Yes, I
I'm
did.
getting old.
Okay.
I'll give you a different one. Terror.
Terror. Okay. Mm, road.
Road. Yes, yes. Delete. And you can give me the last word.
Elephant.
Elephant. Fantastic. So just like this game, there are also English speaking games, and perhaps
Mm-hmm.
we could try other things the next time we meet. Um,
Okay, sure.
Any questions before we leave?
No, no, perfect.
All
Everything
right.
very clear. I like it. I have, now that you explained to me all I can do, I have some plans about what I'm going to do in those weeks.
That's
But
good. And if you ever need to review, this recording is with you. Everything I've written and you have written in the chat will also be with you. Give that a time, then give it some time. Focus, think, plan, and execute. All the best with
sure.
your studies.
Okay. Thank you, Peter. Goodbye and see you next time.
See you next time, Nicholas. All the best.